I couldn't be more happy to spend some more time with Paul. I'd met him years ago, but never raced with him until January. He's a guy who, if you only know him for what you see on TV and what you hear about him, might be a little bit of an intimidating experience, and turned out to be anything but when I got a chance to run with him in January. And the Doran team was great, the drivers were great, including the Purcell brothers, and Paul was terrific, and he treated me like a teammate, which is, as I've said, is a courtesy extended to me, which I greatly appreciate. He's been working with me all this weekend on data, getting me faster, getting me up to speed. He's a consummate professional. He's a serious driver. He got in a track he didn't know, and of course was turning hot laps within a matter of minutes. So in every aspect of what you want out of a guy to be a teammate, certainly he fits the bill, and I'm glad he's tolerating me being with him. And it's exciting because we know that this isn't the last time we're racing together. We've got a couple more races planned, and as always, like any racer, we're working on what other races we can do. So in addition to the endurance races that we're going to run, the 6 hours of the Glen and at the Indianapolis race, we're going to see what else we might be able to pull off for this season and onwards after that.
Well, I mean, it's great. Obviously, I teamed up with Jim at the 24 hours. We had a good event. We had some little engine problems a few hours into the race, which put us quite far behind. But, you know, we soldiered on, and everybody did their part in the race. And, you know, working with Jim as a gentleman driver, you know, it's a different challenge for me because I've always been used to being with teammates that are quite quick. I've teamed up in the past with Justin Wilson and AJ Allmendinger, so usually I'm the slower guy of those three, so I'm having to chase after them and get their feedback on things. So, you know, from my standpoint with Jim, working with Jim, he doesn't drive a lot, and he's done a lot more of the GT car stuff, so the DP is very new to him. So it's really just coaching him and getting his confidence up. A lot of racing is a confidence game, and he's, you know, he takes baby steps, whereas I'm a type of driver that takes big jumps at things. So just trying to help build his confidence, show him the data on the computer, show him the traces, where he can get faster. You know, there's a couple spots where he's been a little bit quicker than me in a braking zone or here or there. But the big factor for him is just getting experience in the car. We're using this race as a build-up. It's his hometown race, and this is a build-up race towards the Glen and Indy, and just to get him more experience. And those are the two bigger events that we're focusing on.
You know, honestly, you'd like to think, well, great, no problem. We'll go racing for the weekend, and that'll be easy, and you know, it'll be fun. And you know, the reality is, for example, I haven't been in a car in 4.5 months, and I've never driven a DP here until yesterday. So to do that, and step out of an operating room and in a busy schedule, and to come here and expect that I'm going to be running pace with guys like Pruitt and Donahue and Tracy is probably not realistic. Nonetheless, it's a good rabbit to chase, and yeah, you have to surrender a little ego and realize that, you know, this is, you know, nobody's out here to think that they better up their game to beat Jim Lowe. I get that, but on the other hand, you know, I'm running with some serious pros, and you know, trying to keep pace, and just being on the grid with these guys is a privilege. So it's tough, it's demanding. Nothing about it I can say is easy, but it's all really a thrill.
I mean, racing a sports car, I've never driven the road course in Indianapolis, so I mean, there's a lot of great things that I've done in my career, racing all over the world, racing at the Indy 500, and to get the opportunity with Grand-Am to race at the Brickyard on the Formula One road course is going to be a thrill. One of the highlights, I think, of any racing driver is to get an opportunity to race it at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and to do it on the oval and now on the road course is it's something that you can put a feather in your cap that you've done.